guys, we're out again. We're at a rainy Moor Fisheries, which is in Crewe. I've fished this place like twice before. This is probably the first place that I started coming to when I started proper carp angling, bivvying up and having your rods on alarms and stuff. So I've not been here for a fair few years now. So it has changed a bit, it's a bit more overgrown. There's all new lily pads here, which weren't here when I was last here. There's one lad on the peg that I fished last time, which is down there, which is peg 12, which is near where you can park the car. And then peg 1 and 2 are both reserved, so someone must be coming on them today. But apart from that, there's just going to be the 4 of us on here. So I've got 48 hours, so I'm not in a rush really to pick my peg and get set up, but this rain is a bit of a nightmare really. I'm looking at this corner because it's going to give me plenty of water and I've got a bit of quiet. I'm away from everyone else who's down on that end. So I'll show you the front of this peg now. Yeah, so this is actually labelled up as 8A. And then right in that corner is labelled up as 8. So this is actually 2 people's water, but because I'm on here, no one else is going to come up at this end. It gives me a bit of space. I'm seeing fish milling around, not feeding or anything. They literally just sat just under the surface. So there's a couple of fish just under that tree there. And then I've seen a couple cruising around this side. So there is fish up in this area. These lily pads must hold carp. Carp must come and visit these. So this is looking probably like my most likely option. Fish are just showing out there in the middle. So yeah, I'll probably go for this peg. So I'll go and get the bivvy and stuff. Get that set up. And then have a go at finding some spots. The obvious ones are going to be fishing towards that far bank there, fishing underneath that tree. Getting nice and tight. And then looks like it's going to be crying out for a washing line over towards these lilies. Just don't know how much of a problem it'll be getting them out of there, so I'll have to weigh that up and see if it's safe to do so. But yeah, plenty of water, plenty of time. I've picked this place to get a fish, so hopefully we can have a bit of a decent session. I am all fired up for this one. I've had a couple of struggles, so it'd be nice to get a few carp on the bank. But yeah, so the cars are parked down there. That's where the car park is. Just gonna go and get my stuff and get set up. But yeah, I'll catch you in a bit. So we got the bivvy up and it's thrown it down the whole time. So everything's soaking wet now. I'm just gonna look at getting my first rod out, which is gonna be my left-hand rod. And I am gonna washing line it over there into a gap in them lilies. I've just poured a lead through 5 times and every time it's come back all right. And it's safe enough because if I do get a take, I can walk the rod round there and it is only 3 foot of water and I've got my waders, so I'm not gonna be leaving fish tethered up or anything. So now the next step is casting a bare lead over to that far bank, walking round. I'm going to fish this as a solid bag, so I'll show you putting the bag on, dropping it on the spot, and then just sticking it into a bobbin over there. But yeah, I'm quite confident for that spot, so I'll show you setting it up now. This is the bare lead on the far side. So I've got some ready tied PVA bags. Just there. This is Baitworks, the Edge. This is a mad oily liquid. Just going to squirt a bit of this into the bag. Nice and thick. Just a case of looping your lead off and putting your bag on. So that's ready to go. So yeah, once your bag's looped on, I'm going to take the line in my right hand. That's the washing line set up, nice and slack down to where the solid bag is, and then tight across the surface over all the lily pads. I'm just going to get a bit of bait in there now for some extra attraction. Right, so that's been an epic, getting everything set up and the rods out in the rain. This is the first time it's stopped, and it's not even stopped yet. But my right hand rod is just in front of them reeds, and that's just on a little Illusion D-rig with a little match the hatch wafter, krill wafter. My middle rod, I've been lazy and clipped it up at the same distance as that one is, and that's just off the end of that corner. So I've been able to spot and mark up at the same distance. I've just done it to save a bit of time and get the rods out while it were raining. And then obviously my left hand rod, I managed to show you that. That was on the washing line in 10 pads. So I've not seen anything yet, but I've not really been watching. Like I say, it's been a graft getting everything set up in this rain. Everything's soaked. But it looks like it is stopping, so hopefully that's it for the night. And yeah, hopefully I'll catch you soon with a fish. So there we go guys, we're off the mark. First fish, didn't take long. This is a 14-pound common, and it's just come on the right hand rod. So that's the one that's on the little Illusion D-rig with a little brown krill wafter. But yeah, just fishing tight up to the reeds towards the island. Give me a big drop that bite. Didn't really fight much, I thought it was going to be a lot smaller than this. Yeah, what a start. Worth getting wet and cold for. This one's fish number 2 from that same rod, same rig. This one's just gone 11 pound, a little dark mirror. Yeah, let's hope they keep coming. In the bivvy now, it's pitch black outside, so that's going to be it for filming unless we get another fish. Both the fish have come off that right hand rod, which has been a good start, but I've still got my little margin one and the one just off the island fishing, so fingers crossed one of them goes off. Right, we'll see you either with a fish or in the morning. So there we go, fish number 3. It's just gone 12:30 and it's that same right hand rod. It seems to be doing all the bites. Yeah, 16 pound common. It's got a bit of a funny fin on this side. Yeah, it's class. Morning guys, nothing really to update you on. After that fish at about 12:30, that was the last bit of action we had. I brought that same rig in again, so that's my right hand rod, and that was tangled up this morning, so I could have been done, could have had another chance of a fish, but I'm never going to know. And then I've just recast a middle rod and my left hand rod as well, so everything's fresh. I've actually swapped over my middle rod from a chod to the same rig that my right hand rod's on. So that's just on a little D rig on a lead clip as well, rather than the helicopter system. So yeah, still feeling confident. It has been a good start to the session. I have just had a nightmare with my middle rod. I noticed that the eyes wasn't perfectly lined up, so I've tried taking my rod apart and it's been stuck. Tried everything, tried in between my legs to pull it apart and stuff, and couldn't do it. So I thought it was a good idea to put the reel against the wheelbarrow and pull like that, and it's just snapped the reel seat on my reel. So now I've got a rod which is stuck permanently at 12 foot, and then it's got half a reel seat stuck in it which I can't get out. But I did bring my little stalking rod, so I've set that up, so I've still got 3 rods fishing, so it's not the end of the world, but might be an expensive mistake. But yeah, I'll update you in a bit. So nothing's really happening, but I've just come and looked at these lilies and there's a big carp just under the surface. I've got my stalking stuff around here. Just tied a little bread bomb on. I'm just going to see if I can get it to take a bit of bread. I don't think it will, but it's worth a shot. I'll show you, see if you can see the carp. It's just gone down under the surface now, but it's still there. It's just in that carp. I'm in. And a little stalking in the lilies. Just casted a bit of bread over the top of one, and it had a look, and then decided to take it. It isn't the one I'd seen, this is a bit of a smaller mirror. But yeah, I'm concentrating on landing it, and then we can have a proper look at it. I got him, he's in the net. It's only small, but he looks a nice one. Just go and get the slings to carry him around. There he is. Fish number 4, the one stalks from the lilies. 12-pound mirror. It's a lovely colour. I'll probably ruin that spot for a bit now, but yeah. Wish I could say I worked hard for it, but I didn't. It was really easy. Happy days. So when I had that last fish on the mat, I had a weird drop back bite on my right hand rod. So I put the fish back and I've reeled that in and there was nothing there. But that was the one that you saw casted really tight to them reeds. Oh, that's a drop back bite on this. Doing that little piece. And I was about to say I'm going to move this rod. And it's gone off. Only feels a small fish. But now what do? Do I move the rod or do I keep it where it was? Yeah, I'll get this blade in, have a look on the mat, and then we'll have a think about what we're going to do. Here we go, fish number 5. This is the one that I just got the bite on the camera while I was talking to you. Big drop back bite, which is what I was expecting for that washing line solid bag. Yeah, this is a little 9-pound, little chunky mirror. Smallest of the lot so far, but still welcome. Playing the numbers game, see if we can get one of the big ones. A 20-pounder would be nice. But yeah, I'm not sure what to do now. I don't know whether to stick with that solid bag or whether to try and move it into the channel where I'm seeing lots of the fish passing through. stick this guy back and then make up my mind. So yeah, this is the rig what's just done that fish. This is a solid bag one. So these are on the little Gemini pre-tied fluorocarbon leaders which allow you to drop your lead. So you can see that was the stem from the lead. And then it's just a 3.5 inch hook link with a little whipping knot to hold the bait in place. And again, that's just come on a brown hook bait. All the fish have come on a brown hook bait. This rod did have white hook bait on the whole time, and I changed it about 2 hours ago. So yeah, it's going well. Right, so I'm having to change the solid bag rod. Has now gone to a lead clip with a D-rig as well. And this one's got a glugged up Monster Red Bait Works wafter. I feel like there's too many small fish in them reeds and they're just nailing all the pellets and the ground bait and making a solid bag not fish effectively. So I'm going to use this instead. And I'm going to go a bit further around the corner this time. I'm still going to fish it washing line, so I'm going to drop it in, clip it up on the washing line and walk it back round. But yeah, hopefully the change can bring a fish. This is going to be the new spot, just on the edge of all these pads. This is where I was seeing the fish patrolling through when I was having a bit of a stalk before. So I've got my rig here. I'm going to chuck it in and then clip it up onto this bank stick. Well, you won't believe that. That new rod that I've just positioned over here, it's been in for about 5 minutes, if that. And it's just ripped off. I had a big battle with the lily pads. But I've landed it and it's the biggest one so far at £25. A big common. Just put it in a sling while I got the rod back out. But the rod's now fishing again. So I'll get the fish on the mat and show you. But yeah, I'm buzzing. There we go. £25 common on the bigger wafter. It's not a brown, but it's a dark red colour. So they are all coming on match the hatch. What a session, fish number 6, £25 common. And it's in by far the best nick out of them all. A lot of them have had like damaged mouths and stuff, but this one's perfect. Class. So I've just got changed and all freshened up, ready to chill now for the night. The sun's going down pretty quick now. Still can't believe I got that 25 pounder after just moving the rig. It's mad. Shows a lot of it is right place, right time. But yeah, I'm confident going into the night. 3 of my fish did come in like the dark really, from like now onwards. And then obviously I've had 3 today. So yeah, we should get another bite. So I forgot to say before, I managed to get that rod apart. So I went down to a guy fishing in peg 12 and we brute forced it apart between us. This is the bit of the reel seat what snapped off. So it's only a little tiny bit. So I managed to get that out of the rod. And I've managed to get the reel back on the rod. I've just had to use a bit of tape. Ever professional, but does the job. So that means I've got my stalking rod back in and all 3 of my carp rods are back out now. The rods are all out, fishing as good as they can, so that's me done until one of them alarms goes. So I'll catch you in a bit. Well, good morning guys. Disaster of a night really. I had 3 runs, hooked into 3 fish and lost them all on my left hand rod, which is the one just by the edge of the lilies now, and I lost all 3 fish in the lilies. It was pitch black, so I'm blaming that. The air temperature really dropped, and with the water being warm still, it was so misty and like cloudy, you couldn't see anything. With a head torch on in front of my face, still probably couldn't see the end of my rod tip, so it just made playing them out of the lilies so hard. But I was walking round and I was right at the side of them, but I just couldn't work out which way the line was going until eventually they came off. We still got a bit of time this morning. Disappointed because I did work hard through the night, kept resetting that washing line and kept failing every time, but still got time to get another one before I go. So yeah, I'm gonna get the kettle on, have a bit of a chill this morning, and then hopefully catch another fish. So the session's coming to an end now. Nothing's happening, it's dead quiet. I've got about 2 hours. So I'm just praying for one last fish, just to top the session off. I'm still gutted about losing them 3 in the night in the dark. I reckon in the light I would have caught all 3 of them, but you never know, do you really? The middle rod's the only one that I've not caught on. So I've just dropped that short now into open water, just in no man's land really, with a chod on and a brown pop-up. See if that can nick a bite. Yeah, I'm not really feeling hopeful anymore. The optimism's all gone. Would have been nice just to end the session with one last fish. So we're just on the slow pack down now, and then we'll be getting off, but I'll give you an update if anything changes. So there we go, the last fish of the session, fish number 7. Didn't think it was going to happen. And then we just got this 16-pound common. Came off the left-hand rod, the washing line rod. Yeah, it was a lot easier playing him in the light, you can see what you're doing. But yeah, what a session, what a result. 7 fish and a 25-pounder. I packed everything away, I just had the rods, the net, and my mat out. And it's paid off. Buzzing. Well, that's it guys, we're all packed up, I'm ready to go now. It's been really good. Like I say, I've fished this 3 times before and that's been the best session I've had. 7 fish and 1 at 25 with 2 16-pounders. Yeah, what a result. Right, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you again soon. Right guys, we're all packed up and we're in the car. Just thought I'd add this little bit in as an apology. I've just been speaking to the bailiff and told her that I'd caught one of the fish on a bread bomb. And I've been in trouble because bread's banned on here. So I am sorry about that. So just a warning, if you do come, bread is banned, you're not allowed to fish bread. But yeah, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you again soon.